Definitely, I must say it is, and I sometimes like to say that we have the mind of a corporation and the heart of a startup, because we are an interesting hybrid, and we are in this beautiful transition of driving innovation, but having the backup to do it more in a wider degree and to support other newcomers with new ideas. And that's actually part of what I enjoy the most, working with Fintechs, that passion that's coming from Fintechs we see on a daily basis, the entrepreneurial spirit that we see, and we're fully equipped to support and to empower.
So, Tanya, thank you so much for taking time to speak to us today.
Thank you for having me.
All right, let's just to get started, tell us a little bit about you. Tell us who you are and what do you do in Aiia.
Thanks, Chris. My name is Tanya, and I'm heading up Fintech Sales at Aiia Mastercard Open Banking. So what I do is, on a daily basis, I work with a variety of Fintechs, helping them through their journey of building great consumer-centric solutions through open banking.
Okay, now we've been following Aiia closely over the past 18 months, and of course we've been really excited about the increased number of successes that you achieved, and we're very curious to understand what role does Aiia play now in the overall ecosystem of Mastercard?
Yes, a great question. Well, simply put, Aiia is Mastercard's European open banking rails. Mm-hmm. But of course, Aiia has been smoothing up open banking access for a lot of industries in the past 3 to 4 years, in the shape we know Aiia today, right? And as a result, we are working with prosperous fintechs, successful banks, payment service providers. Last year, we were happy to join the wider Mastercard family, coming from a decade-long journey of building fintechs like Spear and Aiia itself. And our place today, well, we've been able to scale up our operation as becoming a part of Mastercard. And now we are actually ready to provide, to support the fintech community even in a wider degree through open banking solutions and connectivity.
All right, let me double click on something you said, because you said that Aiia is Mastercard's European open banking rails.
Yes.
So what capabilities does Mastercard have now after they have basically Aiia's open banking rails to operate to work in Europe?
Mastercard is well known for building strong payment technology with cards, but there's a lot more to it, and there's a whole other universe that Mastercard is creating through open banking. So, as an example, we've been partnering up with Lunar, who are leveraging open banking in order to build the go-to financial super app in the Nordics, utilizing open banking payments to do top-up, to do account top-up, or open banking data to aggregate accounts, providing a full financial overview for thousands of customers within one place. And on the accounting side, we are empowering Visma Dinero, for example, who are utilizing open banking in order to provide a simpler way of automating reconciliation processes, as well as eliminating hassle through invoice payments. The examples are so many, and Mastercard is now able to deliver all of that alongside their other products in the portfolio.
All right, so I'd like to take a step back and just look at open banking a little bit more from a conceptual perspective. Yes. Because the question I have in my mind is, okay, I understand open banking, I understand payments, but what is the main problem that a payments company is trying to solve by employing or applying open banking technology?
I couldn't mention just one thing, right? But let's take, for example, an accounting company, how they could utilize payments, for example. What they do with payments could be twofold. One is utilize our invoice payment product, for example. So that's an account-to-account payment. But what the real value is in that product is being able to send an invoice on behalf of their SMB customer with a link for payment. In that link, that I would like to say is a convenience for the end user. Then the end user could click the link, have pre-selected information without having to go into their net bank manually and putting manual information without any space for errors. They could just process the payment. That increases the chance of the small business customer getting their payment on time, and that is creating true value, true added value for our integrators, the accounting software, true value for the business customer who's getting their payment on time, and true value for the end consumer who is having the convenience of just clicking a link and paying an invoice instead of just leaving it for later, forgetting about it, or having to do it on their desktop at home.
Right.
Because it's a hassle to log into our net bank and copy paste information, right? We all know that.
Yeah. Wow, absolutely. Well, that sounds really, really cool. Now let's switch gears a little bit. You must deal with a lot of fintechs. I'm keen to know what are the trends that you've spotted in the types of innovation that the fintechs are bringing to market when you deal with them?
Some of the trends is bringing open banking into their solution. That's definitely what's the most exciting from our perspective, but it's also reflecting the truth. And that we could see in our customers' portfolio. With all kinds of businesses, ranging from pension funds to accounting softwares and personal finance management solutions to payment service providers. The diversity is huge. What is truly interesting to see is how new financial solutions are replacing legacy systems in placing the bank wherever they need it, within a tech solution, within a platform or a process. The other exciting thing is to see is the user-centric approach that fintechs are bringing in. So you no longer compete on the best price or the strongest brand. You actually compete on convenience for the end consumer and for the businesses on the receiving end. Right. It's all about ease, and it's all about the ease of use and the convenience. So that just confirming from the previous question, just confirming the examples that I gave to you. I see this as really bringing big level of innovation. And I see this as becoming a big trend within fintechs and how they use us.
Tanya, tell me a little bit about what are the benefits that fintechs can experience from working with Mastercard?
So there are definitely lots of opportunities for fintechs working with Mastercard. We have a range of initiatives. Like for example, today we are announcing our partnership with Copenhagen Fintech Hub. And that's just a demonstration of us actually going out there, being together with our partners and on a local level and engaging with fintechs. So it's not only through open banking empowering, but also through different types of initiatives in order to create that relationship with fintechs, to understand what's their agenda, what's new, what's the new trend. So I think it's not only engaging in partnership exercise, it's also observation. And then we have different initiatives in regards to Start Path program. That's one thing Mastercard is running for startups. The other initiative we have is Mastercard Lighthouse, and we already see some of our customers like Subayo, like Abilio, actually coming from these programs and engaging with us for open banking in order to provide value added within their solution for their customers.
And that's true, and we've in our dealings with the fintech ecosystem across the Nordics, we come across so many companies that started in the Lighthouse program.
Yeah.
So I think that's already speaking volumes about what Mastercard is doing to support the fintech ecosystem.
Exactly, and as I mentioned, this is we do engage on a local level because we are in depth interested in the market trends, but we also engage across Europe. And Mastercard Lighthouse program is an example of that. There's a diversity of fintechs that engage within this program from different countries across Europe, and it's super interesting to see what new is out there. Be the first eye in for these fintechs to kind of appreciate what they're building. And I think that's what's super exciting, and I think that's something that is a win-win for Mastercard and for the fintechs.
And hopefully we'll see the emergence of the next unicorn out of that program.
Out of that program, yeah, maybe the next Revolut, who knows?
Right, and you talk about innovation. I would imagine that working at the cutting edge of new technology, new value propositions coming into the market, getting to meet all these different organizations, and also having, I would say, one foot on the fintech entrepreneurial mindset and another on the sturdiness and the let's say the reach and the scope of an incumbent, must be a really interesting mix.
Definitely, I must say it is, and I sometimes like to say that, you know, we have the mind of a corporation and the heart of a startup, because we are an interesting hybrid, and we are in this beautiful transition of driving innovation, but having the backup to do it in a wider degree, and support other disruptors are out there to support other newcomers with new ideas. And that's actually part of what I enjoy the most working with fintechs, that passion that's coming from fintechs we see on a daily basis, the entrepreneurial spirit that we see, and we now have, we're fully equipped to support and to empower. The other thing I really like in my day-to-day job is the diversity of the use cases we see within fintechs. Mm-hmm. And actually, not only in the cases we work with today, but also in the businesses we still don't work with, because there's so much potential to uncover out there.
Yeah, that must give you a lot of satisfaction, knowing that you're contributing to all these new services coming to market.
Oh, definitely. It's not about selling. It's about, you know, adding value. It's about seeing the product of your work, working closely with tech teams, and working closely with, you know, understanding how this small product has evolved into something really big, and now is spread across Europe with plus 3,000 connections to banks. Yeah. Right? It's I believe that's quite unique to be witnessing.
And I love how you phrased it: the mind of an incumbent and the heart of a startup.
Yeah.
That's a really cool way of encompassing it. Let's just talk about the future. What do you expect, or what can we expect to see from Mastercard and Aiia in the next 5 years, and what role do you think the organization will play in the overall fintech ecosystem?
Our mission is to play a key role in the further expansion of fintech solutions, and not only in the Nordics or in Europe, but also globally. In 5 years' time, we'd like to be seen as the go-to partner for fintechs building the next user-centric solution out there through open banking. Fintech has been really transforming, and it has been seen until now as a startup scale-up type of industry. But I like to think that we're gonna soon stop talking about fintechs as we do today, because fintechs are on its way. It's on its way to become the new norm for all industries, regardless if you are in insurance or property management or whatever industry you're at. We believe that fintechs is going to play a key part in shaping the whole experience of any business. Right. And it's on its way to become the new norm. And Nordics will, in our opinion, going to play a key role in that, in dominating and defining the future of finance.
Right. Well, Tanya, you paint a really exciting picture for us. So thank you so much for taking time to share some of your insights with us.
It was a pleasure for me.
Likewise.